Checking out the Dewalt cordless sprayer today. Now this takes a 20-volt battery and it's sold as a tool only. So we'll see how this does, spraying semi-transparent stain. There's 4 tips that are included with the gun: 1.0 millimeter, 1.8, 2.5, or 3.0 millimeter, depending on the thickness of your coating. This semi-transparent stain that I'm spraying today is not the thickest coating in the world, so I'll go with the 1.8 millimeter tip. And it's nice how you can rotate the air cap depending on the orientation of your spray pattern that's desired. Either vertical, this way, or horizontal spray pattern like that. Remember to filter any paint or stain that you put into the cup. Pay attention to that inlet tube as well. If you're going to be spraying in a forward position like this, orient that inlet tube forward. Otherwise, you can rotate that into different positions as needed. And I'll go ahead and thread on our container of stain. Luckily, the controls on this are really easy, even for a novice. Roll this knob this way for a more circular pattern, or back this way for a more oval fan pattern. This knob can be easily adjusted to control the amount of fluid output. So with that 1.8 tip, you actually get a pretty fine misting pattern, and I like that because you can really control how much fluid you're applying. One thing I noticed, I have the 2 ampere hour Dewalt battery, and the height of that is just perfect for this to sit level. So if you have a slightly larger battery, it'll still work as long as it's in the Dewalt 20 volt line. But with this 2 ampere hour battery, it's just perfectly stable. Then let's switch the tip from that blue 1.8 millimeter set to the black 2.5 millimeter set to compare the difference. Really easy to swap those out. So you get a bit more flow and output with that 2.5 millimeter tip. Helps to move things right along. Looks like really excellent coverage in just one coat, especially using that 2.5 millimeter tip. Well, I'm so accustomed to having to drag my airless sprayer out for big jobs, which means an extension cord, a long hose that's full of paint. On this little cordless unit, you don't have any of those concerns. Just filter your paint, fill up the container, and you're ready to go to work. So I think this Dewalt cordless sprayer would be perfect for jobs that are really too big for a roller and not quite big enough for getting a huge airless system out, like painting a whole house. But if you have to spray a deck or a fence or medium-sized projects, especially if you're already on the Dewalt 20 volt line of tools, I would highly recommend this Dewalt cordless sprayer.